And what we'll do is I'll probably do more work on the floor rather than standing. So we'll get started with a little bit of standing just to warm up those limbs a little bit, and then we'll go straight down onto the floor. Okay, so let's start with just a circle of the arm, and then changing over to the other side. And then we're going to bring the arm forward. And then we're going to just bring those arms down and just take the feet a little bit wider, and we just start to bend the knees. And then let's just bring those arms in, so we're just going to circle around, full circle. And then we're going to change direction. This will be your last one. Bringing it down. We're going to keep the feet out wide. You can make them a bit wider if you want to. We're going to lift just that one heel and just try a little bit of a squat down. And we're going to bring that heel down, change over to the other side. We're going to do two more. And then bring that heel down. Then we'll bring the feet in. And then next we're going to come on to some sort of glute work, but also balance. So we're bringing that bring that knee forward, whichever one you want to bring up into your lift, and then you're going to take that same leg out to the side, and then squeeze the bottom behind, and then we change it over to the other side, out to the side and behind. Just keep going with that. See if you can balance. So the slower you go, the more you're going to utilise your balance. And we just do one more on each side. And then just bring it back. Next thing, let's just do a little bit of upper body work, shoulders. So taking the arms out in front, squeeze those shoulders forwards and back. And then just keep in that position, relax the shoulders, pulling through the abdominals. Take that into your twist, your waist twist. Okay, last one on each side. Bring your arms down, roll the shoulders, and then we've got a little bit of neck stretching, neck work. So taking the hands behind your head, we're going to just squeeze the back of the neck or back of the head into your palms. I was doing this earlier when I was at my desk. It's always a good one to do when you're sitting for a long time. just a slight chin tuck. And then after this one, we'll relax the arms down and we'll take the head over to the right side. Relax the shoulders. Then we're going to just bring the head down slightly and then over into the middle, sorry. And then back up to forward facing. Then we'll take it over to the other side. And then just gently just look down slightly. So you're going to get a slightly different stretch at the side of the neck. Bring it into the middle and then back up again. Then we'll do that one where we just take it over to the side. Just with the hand, just increasing that stretch. And we'll just release that and take it over to the other side. And we're going to release. Okay, just roll the shoulders a couple of times. And just circle the ankle, going one way about 4 or 5 times. Nice and slow. And then change direction. And we'll take it over to the other side. And change direction. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto the floor. So if you just come down to seated position, and I'll bring all this down. So I noticed last week from the playback of on Zoom that it was quite the clarity of the picture wasn't very good when I was laying down. So I can't see if that's what I might do actually. So I just might come a bit closer and just see if that makes any difference. Doesn't look brilliant, does it? I think it's something to do with the way it's set up. It seems to think that I want it to blur out the background, even though I keep telling I don't want to. It's not so bright this week. I'll check it. I'll check it later. Oh, I can't, can I? Because I'm not recording. Okay. Right, I'm just going to bring. Let's bring the recording down a bit more. Okay. Okay, let's come down into seated, which you probably already are. What we'll do first then is we'll just work on legs, knees actually. So we're going to just lean back. And we're going to do our little leg lift, but we're going to just tighten it first. So you're contracting the leg, and then you're going to lift and hold, and then just lower back down, and then release it, relax it, and then we change it to the other side. Contract and release. So we're just doing one leg at a time. And then finishing off. Okay, and what we could do is while we're down here, we've got, I think we could do triceps, a little bit of triceps. So always preferable to use your blocks if you've got them. And just keep the bottom down, or you can have a lifted position. Or you can take one leg over like this So we're just going to bend the elbows right behind you. So try not to bend them out to the side. We want to have them straight behind and then push away from you. How's that going? Should we just do one more? Stretch up and then just come forward. And then what we'll do is we'll change position and we'll come up onto our knees to do our waist twist. Moving around. So we're going to take let's just take the thumbs in between the chest first and relax those shoulders down, and also pulling from the navel towards the spine. And then when you're ready, you're going to just take it into your twist one side and then bring it back into the middle and over to the other side and into the middle. So in your own time. And then bring it into the middle and just relax the arms. Then we're going to take the arms out in front, and again, same position, think about navel to spine, keeping the shoulders relaxed if you can. You can add in a little pulse, so you could come around and pulse once and then bring it back into the middle. And we've only got one more on each side now. And you can bring the arms down. And then what I thought would be nice to do would be to do some roll ups and roll downs from the seated position. So if you need to get that block under your back, then do so. And I'd like to do 4 of those and then stay down on your back. So we're ready to do some exercises in crook position. Repositioning the block. The best way to really think about doing this is to really slow down as you're coming up if you can, because that will really help you work your core muscles. Gives you a lot of control. So once you've done your 4, just come down onto your back, ready to work on abs, abs and glutes mainly, I would say. Okay, so first things first, let's go up into tabletop position, imprinting the back, really, really important. And try not to bring the knees in too much. Try and get them into a parallel 90-degree position. That does put quite a lot of pressure on the back, but see if you can keep that back imprinted. And then we're just going to go down into your toe taps. Toe taps should be difficult. They shouldn't be easy. You should really feel the abdominals working to keep that back in towards the mat. And now after this one, just bring the knees into your chest. And if you want, you can just do a little movement from side to side. If you feel that back needs a bit of a release. And then bring the hands, not the hands, the feet down. Okay, next thing, we'll just work a little bit on upper body. So we're taking the arms up for your ribcage closure. Back is in neutral, and then taking the arms back and then bringing them back up above your head. So stretching away, keep that back in the same position. Chin slightly tucked. Last one. And then bring the arms all the way down. And then we're going to go back up into tabletop position. Okay, get that back imprinted. Now we're going to flex the feet and we do our heel taps. Keep that back imprinted. Last one on each side. And now bring the knees back into the chest so we can just relax the back, stretch into the back. And then we'll keep one knee in, straight, stretch the other one away, and then go straight into your single leg stretch. Lifted or head on the floor. Okay, how's that feeling? Should we do a couple more? And then bring the knees back into the chest. And then when you're ready, you can go out into your double leg stretch. So you're stretching away. And again, just keeping that back imprinted, coming into lifted position if that works for you. Support the neck if you need to. You should start to be really feeling the abs sort of stretching, contracting and working hard. How are we doing? Should we do one more? And then bring the knees back in. And just rest there for a second. Now bring the feet down to the floor. Shall we just do shoulder bridge? So feet come a little bit closer to your bottom. You're going to squeeze the bottom and just come up into your lifted position. And then just roll back down through the vertebrae, just slowly. Relax completely and then now squeeze the glutes to bring you back up again. And you're just going to drop halfway and then lift back up again. And drop halfway and lift. So you should really feel your bottom squeezing and working as you lift back up again. Let's just do one more. And then again, just roll back down through the vertebrae. Relax your bottom, relax the legs, just stretch them out and point and flex a couple of times. I'm going to bend the knees, bring the knees into your chest, and we're going to come up into seated position. And we're going to do some side work now. So I'm thinking, yeah, no, we'll keep it simple. We won't use any weights. So let's come down onto your side, whichever side you prefer to start on. I'm going to stretch out the top leg nice and straight, and then we're just going to circle. With a little lift under the waist. Full range circle. And then we're going to change direction. After this one, should be feeling that working now. Just bring that leg down. Then we're going to go into a clam position. I'm going to keep the feet down, lift under the waist slightly. I'm going to open the clam, 2, 3, and close it, and then we're going to lift the leg, 2, 3. So we're working the glutes and the medius muscle in a slightly different way, slightly different area really. This one's medius. Is that waking up your glutes now? I've lost count, so I think we'll do one more, and then we'll stretch that leg out. We're going to take it about hip height, and we're going to just stretch it forwards and come back. So try and keep the hips in that same position rather than rolling forwards. I can really feel that tonight. And we're going to do one more. And then just relax down and give yourselves a pat if you want to. And I think we'll just do one more exercise in this position, and it's going to be knee to knee. So back into the clam position and then toes to toes. So you're going to get quite a good work in this area. We've got 2 more to do. I'm going to get you to do them. I'm not doing any more. And once you've done those, we'll come up to seated position. And then we do this all on the other side. Okay, so leg circle first. And then we change direction. Last one. Bring it down, and next we've got this one, clam position, isn't it? So feet down, going to open 2, 3, close it down, and then lift the leg 2, 3, and change. Really feel that squeeze, really, really contract. Don't do it half-heartedly. Really pulse it. I think we just do one more. I've counted about 7 now. Good, okay. Now if you want to have a quick pat, you can do. we're going to take the leg about hip height and just do our little stretch forwards and back, or kick, as it were. And we'll just do one more after this. And just relax that leg down, give yourselves another pat if you need to. And now we've got the knee to knee, toes to toes. Control the move. It's hard, isn't it? You could do one more now, if you can. If not, start patting, start releasing that muscle. And that's it, isn't it? We've done everything on this side, yeah. So we're going to come up slowly into position, into all fours position. That's what we're aiming for. She's watching me today. I thought we could do a all fours into full plank. So you're starting in your all fours position, and then we're going to come up into plank, pulling up through the abdominals really strongly, and then bringing it down. And actually thinking about it, even when you're in this position, you shouldn't be like this. You need to really be pulling up through your deep core muscles and keep in that position all the time. So it shouldn't change much. Your bottom should pretty much stay in the same position. It's quite strong on the shoulders as well, so I think what we'll do is we'll do one more, and then we'll come back. Let's just come down into a stretch. And then we'll come back up again. Actually, I'm going to take my weight off my arms, off my shoulders. And then we're going to come back into all fours position. And let's think what we can do. Let's do something that's not too challenging. Let's just take one arm forward and then bring it back down. This is without moving the rest of the body though. So again, we're pulling up through that belly button, so it's keeping that same position. You should be able to, I should be able to put something on top of your back, and it shouldn't be moving. And actually, this is what my physio does. When we do Superman, actually I'm going to do Superman with you. He put one of those, rollers on my back, and I'm not allowed to let it fall off. It's good though, because it's making sure that your abdominals are, are helping keep you in stable. Okay, so let's just roll back. Take the weight off your arms. And then we'll do that next. We're going to do our Superman, so that's the one where we stretch one leg nice and slowly, stretch the right leg and the left arm away, and then bring it back in. Let's try and keep back in that same position. So always prepare first, so you come back to all fours. Now pull up through that abdominals first, and then you'll notice the difference. Shaking when I'm trying to look at the screen as well. How are we doing? Looking good, nice flat back. Not too much wobbling. after you finish, just come back down into your shell stretch. And then what I'd like to do is just take the arms about as wide as the mat. I'm going to bend the elbows behind you and come down. Wow, that's hard because it's working the triceps. And then I'm going to lift the torso off and then come back and stretch back. And then we're going to do another 2 of these. Should be working the shoulders and the triceps. It's trying not to let the tummy come down first. Last one. And then we're going to lift back up. And then just come back into that stretch. Okay. And then what we're going to do is come onto our backs. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish off with dead bug and then a stretch. So we're going to take the arms up, keep the back down at the moment, and feet down, stretch away. So after this one, we'll change that position slightly so we come up into our tabletop position. So get that position comfortable first. And the back is imprinted and then stretch away. Keep those legs high up if that's slightly easier for your back. Keep that back really pushing it out. You should be able to put something underneath your back and you should be able to keep it under there. It shouldn't be moving, so a piece of string. You shouldn't be able to pull it out when the back's down. We've got one more on each side. See if you can hold a few seconds. And then bring the knees in. And now come back down to the floor. And I'm going to take the right leg over the left and draw that leg in. And release. Just starting to rain here by the looks of it. And take that knee out and stretch. And release. And then I'm going to take the arms out to the side. And then just take the knees over into your hip rolls. And then we're going to bring the knees back into the middle. And if you want to, you could do come up to, whatever you call it. I'm just going to bring my knees in and just roll up, but a roll up and down, but a roll up on its own. And then come into your seated position. Let's just take the feet together actually. I know we haven't done any inner thigh work today. Sometimes it's quite nice just to do that stretch. And then if you want, you can come into a cross-legged position or whatever works for you. Okay, brilliant. So just shrug the shoulders. I'm getting cramp. And then we're going to stretch the arms out. Take a breath in and out. And in again. And out. Wonderful. Thank you very much. You've been super. I'll see you next week.